Hi, this is Bill Sweetenham with Ken Wood, a long time, very close and old friend. We started coaching in Mount Isa and Townsville together, and it's great to catch up. Ken, how long have you been coaching now?
I've been on the deck 47 years this year, Bill. It's a fair while.
Unbelievable. 47 years of committed, dedicated coaching at the international and club level. I think very few coaches in the world, probably apart from or as well as Eddie Reese, can boast a record like that. Who is your best achievement? Ken, who do you think was some of your better achievements?
I think one of the sort of team achievements I had was in 2000, in this century now, I would be one of the few coaches to have 3 world record holders in the program at the one time. It was Leslie Jones, Jeff Newell and just this year.
Fantastic achievements from Ken. My memories of Ken when he worked with me at the AS, we worked there as co-coaches and worked together. I was the head coach of women, and Ken came in and worked with me. And I remember one morning Ken had taken a job at Redcliffe, pretty much where he is today, and there was about 2 in the morning when I couldn't sleep. I arrived at the pool to find a big removal truck, a U-Haul truck with a ramp, and so I thought, oh, there must be a robbery in place. So I sat and watched, and next thing was Ken coming out the door with all of these rubberized, very expensive tiles that were left over from the building of the new pool, and many other things, the office chair and things like that. And it was only a few months later that I was visiting Ken in his new pool when I recognised this lost
You're handling the truth very carefully.
Lost equipment that left the AIS and was now being put to good use in the new facility at Redcliffe. But I've been a long time friend of Ken, and we've worked together on many teams, and very enjoyable. The best thing with Ken is I could have someone that I could trust and rely on, and we shared a lot of experience and a lot of knowledge. And I always found that if I was in a tight spot and I needed advice, Ken would be the one that I would talk to and listen to and work with.
Yeah, well, look, Bill, that's very very nice of you to say that. But I'd like to just make a few comments on your statement there of the disappearing mats and everything. It wasn't a truck, Bill. It was a utility which was owned by Ian Platt, and he was coming up. He was one of the pool operators down there, and he was going to join me up at Bernadette's when I left. And that old office chair, you know, it's seen better days, and I thought
about 2 weeks of it.
I thought, you know, that's a fitting place for it to come and have a few memories. And these few waterproof carpets, I mean, they were only going to get tossed away. But anyway, I'm sure Bill would have given them to me, but you know, you don't expect a man to be skulking around at 2 o'clock in the morning, exaggerating, you know, sort of portraying me as a felon. At this particular juncture, I wouldn't like to mention anything else, but in Bill's history I could mention, you know, some felonies or supposed felonies, you know, the disappearing boiler from the Mount Isa showgrounds disappeared mysteriously, and ended up in Bill's Learn to Swim Parkside Swimming Academy. But of course, no knowledge was known of that, and all we saw was the ripped out pipes and stuff like that. But you know, mentioning those things like that.
On a change of subject now, Ken, how many Australian teams have you been on?
28 of those, I think.
Ken Wood, 28 national teams for Australia, a great success rate nationally, state level, club and international level, a man to be honoured and respected throughout the world of high performance coaching. It's been a pleasure of mine to have Ken as a personal friend and a colleague, and I know that no matter who you are, if you come and talk to Ken, he's always willing to share and give experience. I know Michael Bowl thinks exactly the same way as I do, and Paul Sansby. Two people that he's had also a great effect on.
Yeah, well, just in closing, I'd like to reinforce what Bill said. We get some great friendships in coaching, and Bill Sweetenham was one of them. He was like a mentor to me, and while we had a few disagreements at the time, which all coaches do, still today I use Bill as not only a mentor but as a lifetime friend.
And for David Speechley, the two jokes that you asked that Tony Shaw wanted, Ken said he'll tell them, but they're not really fit for a public appearance. So he's told them, and I can repeat them to you when I see you. Okay, thank you, Bindi. Appreciate it, and thank you, Ken.
Thanks, and have a good conference down there, guys. Sorry I couldn't get there.